Hey Riley, Ben, America's Baseball Camp. Just touching base from the camp in Arizona, and just want to give you some video analysis work, some things to work on that I would recommend that you work on in regards to your swing, and I think you can use in your upcoming season coming up here that you're in the heart of right now. So let's go ahead and get started here. These are things that I would recommend as a pro guy. It doesn't mean that you have to do them, but would hopefully have you take 50 or 100 swings working on these things and some things that you can work on mechanically to get yourself to be a better hitter. So a couple things I do see in regards to your stance that I want to take a look at and freeze frame and draw some little lines on here. So first thing I want to do is I want to get you a little bit more athletic. You're a good little athlete. I want you to engage your body more into it. And what we're going to do with that is we're going to take your knees and we're going to bend them a little bit more. So I'm going to draw little circles around your knees. And then what we're going to do is let's spread your feet out just a hair more. And what that's going to do is make you more athletic. Also, you're going to turn your toes slightly in. And you can see right now your feet are just kind of turned slightly out. And I want you to be more like a soccer goalie where you're just going to really get yourself ready to go, get yourself nice and strong, spread your feet out, turn those toes in a little bit, and get yourself in a little bit better athletic position to really engage your whole body more and put every pound you got into the ball and really get athletic. I do like where your eyes are. Your eyes are right on the ball. You have good posture in your hands. Probably would like your hands just a little bit higher in regards to the start, and that's going to create a little bit more whip and bat angle for you to put those hands in that barrel up there. And those are the things I see on your start. So let's go ahead and go through here. I think in this first one you were a little bit late on. I did see a couple times that we let that ball travel too deep and get too deep on us. So what that's going to help you to do if you get jammed sometimes or if you get late is really to get that front foot down nice and early. And that's going to help you be more on time to get on your timing in regards to just getting that ball out in front. You can see that ball is right in by your hands, and it was a little bit late. So I'm going to push past this swing here and go on to the next one so we can see. But I do see you being late a few times, just not the ball gets up and on you, and there's a reason for that on this next one that I'll show you too. Again, that one did a little bit better, but now we're going to focus on the front foot. And you can see those feet are a little bit, those knees are a little bit straight. So if I go into front foot, you can see how what's going on is that front foot is open. And that's called to hit against an open front side. We need to hit against a firm front side. Right now, your heel basically faces the guy that's kind of watching you back here. And I want to make sure that the heel should be actually facing this guy over here. And that's going to do is I want you to land almost as you're showing the heel to your pitcher. And you're not really going to do that, but kind of show the heel. Just try to stride close instead of striding open. And that's very important to hit against a closed, firm front side. It's really going to help you with your swing. The other thing you do is you need to get it down nice and early. I do see that the front foot gets down a little bit late, so you need to make sure that that gets down nice and early so you're kind of waiting for that ball because on most of these pitches you were a little bit late on. So let's really focus in and making sure that you can get there and get there on time. Because you always want to hit against that firm front side, and as you can see when I rotate, I have that that foot that's kind of open there, and it's very important to make sure that it's closed. The other thing I see that we need to work on is that bottom arm. Then this is a big one. You can see here, let's back it up a few frames. I'm going to watch this bottom arm here, and right about there, you can see that it kind of gets locked out on me a little bit. So make sure when you get to that point that it doesn't get locked out. You try to get that out in front. You need to get that barrel to release out in front. And this ball kind of travels in too deep on you a little bit. You got jammed again. So we got to make sure you can get yourself extended because you don't really get your arm extended at contact perfectly. You get kind of jammed. So we have to get our barrel to get there. And one thing that's going to help you do that is getting better athletically with getting your legs more underneath you. You can see if I draw this line, it kind of goes all the way up here. And what you want to do is you have a slight angle of your hips and your posture to go that way. Whereas I want your posture at this point of your swing to be close to straight up and down, to have this nice long line all the way to the bottom. And if you do that, if your head just goes forward just a hair, then it's going to create your bat angle to work more downhill is what you want to drive the baseball. And I think a big thing for you, at least looking in the cage here, is figuring really to get your timing down. to really land and finish and hold your swing and get yourself ready to hit to get your barrel where it needs to be. And you can see it's not going to release in time, so we're going to be a little bit late there. We got jammed again. If I circle this ball, you can kind of see on contact here to make sure that we don't get ourselves jammed at contact, to really get yourself ready to go when you're hitting. And again, if I back it up just a frame, you can see that bottom arm is beginning to lock out on me again. And so a good drill, what I would do, if I back it up here, you can see this kind of angle of your arm here. That's a good angle to have. What I want you to do is I want you to take like a little t-ball bat or a wiffle ball bat, one hand. I want you to take the other hand off the bat, and I want you to rest the bat on your shoulder. Basically, you have 90 degrees in our hand. You're going to take that bottom hand and rest it on your shoulder, and then your coaches are going to soft toss you from the side or head-on flips. And what you're going to basically do is you're going to have it rest on your shoulder and then take it off your shoulder, and you're going to do soft toss with just the one hand. And what that's going to do is it's going to make you short to the ball and long through the ball. Right now, you're long to the ball and long through the ball. So when you lock out that bottom arm, it makes us what's called casting. And we don't want to be able to do that. So you can see that bottom arm begins to lock out on us. And that makes us long and makes us late. You can see that the barrel is not going to make it in time, so we have to get jammed and just not being able to release that barrel. The other thing I want you to do is at the end of your swing, you can kind of see how we do come up tall, but we kind of have this back leg to be kind of firm. And what you want to do is you want to have that more of an angle. That's going to get you on your back side a little bit more, have a little bit more bend here. But you can see the posture at the end is good. It's just that right at contact, you can see we're kind of too far back, and at the end, you kind of finish up forward. So I think a big thing for you is just get your timing down, to get the front foot down early, to get it closed, but to work on that bottom hand so you can really be short to the ball and get your barrel where it needs to be at contact to really drive that baseball and not get jammed. And I think that's the biggest thing that I see for you, is just working on those mechanics, working on those 3 or 4 things to work on. So watch this video over and over again, and those are some things to really work on. It's going to take some time. Work on a lot of tee work to do this and to fix this. This is a lot of tee work stuff that I gave you compared to just hitting live. So, and then you can go into soft toss or short toss in regards to that, where you can just do something in a controlled environment compared to just throwing live. So some things to work on to help you get better in your swing. We look forward to seeing you down the road and seeing how this is progressing for you, and have a great season.